What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X5 event coverage video. Now, I want to apologize real quick. This video is going up very late. I actually ended up prioritizing going to sleep this time instead of getting this video out. So, I apologize about this video being late. But this is a new type of event to the global version of X5. This is the Total Power Battle event. Now, as you can see on the screen in front of me, there are three different battle types here. We have the Suppression Battle, we have the Lightning Battle, and we have the Expedition Battle. And each of these is going to consist of a different kind of stage. The Lightning Battle is maybe as you would expect, that would be the race stage. The Suppression Battle is just going to be taking out waves of enemies as quickly as you can. And the Expedition Battle is going to be taking on a boss stage. So you're going to need quite a variety of characters in order to do this, as this kind of is like lockout style content, whereas after you use a character for, say, Expedition Battle, you won't be able to use them for Lightning Battle and keep the score for Expedition Battle. It's kind of like that for weapons as well. Whatever is in your main weapon slot, you won't be able to use on your main weapon slot in a different battle or for a different character. So rather than just explain it to you, I think it'll just be a bit easier if I show you directly through doing the stage. Alright, and now that I've finished the first Expedition Battle, you can see I have about 100,000 points. It was a pretty sloppy run, and I used Super Base and the Shooting Dragon Buster, so I will not be able to use these two again without overriding that score. So just to show you, if I go to Lightning Battle right here, like Battle Prep, you can see that both Super Base and the Shooting Dragon Buster say used on them. And if I click on the Execute, another score record for the select character or weapon exists. Use this combination anyway, and that's just basically saying if I do this, it's going to overwrite that score record that I had before. So now if I go do this stage, and as you can see here, now I have the option to replace the previous record with Super Base and the Shooting Dragon Buster. So you're gonna have to kind of be careful where you use your characters and how you go about using them in this type of event, because while this event does encourage people to have multiple characters and weapons, you can only use them for one type of stage at a time. So just again, just to show you, I will just overwrite this, and now my point total has changed from 99,000 to 51,000. So you're just gonna want to make sure that that you don't plan to use like one character entirely for this, because you won't be able to do that, one character and weapon. So that's like the deal with that. And then Suppression Battle is just wave clearing enemies as fast as you can with that. As for the rewards, there are different threshold rewards. As you can see, rewards cannot be collected until the event has ended. But you see, we got some turbo can memories here, kind of like some of the events we have where you want to hit certain thresholds. And you can see 250,000 is what you need for the max amount of points. For each battle, I believe it's going to be 250,000. Yep. And then at the end, there's going to be a total ranking for this as well. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, it's like, well, Kenny, how do I get 250,000? Because I just saw you do about, 100,000 here, and then here you only got 50,000. Well, that's where these additional slots come in. As you can see, it says no record available for the rest of these 2 slots. So I'm just gonna go in again, pick a character that should do well for whatever mode you're in. For race mode, I don't have my Roll EXE fully built up yet, or at least up to 4 stars. So I'm just gonna pick Chun-Li, because Chun-Li's also pretty decent in race mode. Roll EXE is pretty good, as well as she just has a buff that just gives her enhanced speed throughout the stage. So if you have Roll EXE at least 4 stars, you could use her. And I'm gonna pick Chun-Li this time. Alright, you can see my score is significantly worse than previously, but that doesn't matter. I'm just doing this just to show how the event works. And now you can see my point total is 92,000, right? So now if we go back to the rewards tab for Lightning Battle, I have 92,000. So I would get up to the Vulnerable Alt memories. So basically, you're gonna want to run each stage 3 times with different characters and weapons. Hey, Future Kenny here. I made a slight mistake here. I didn't clarify what I meant. When I said run the stage 3 times, that's only for the ranking rewards. It takes your top 3 times for that. But you run the stage 5 times in total to get accumulation of the total rewards for each threshold, so that getting to 250,000 won't be too difficult for that. I just wanted to clarify that because I didn't clarify it in the video initially. And the sum of your points will determine how many of these threshold goals you will meet. And then on top of that, it'll contribute to your ranking as well. You see, I'm ranked 165 currently. We're just doing 2 runs that obviously are not very cleaned up, but I can worry about that a bit later. For now, I just wanted to get this video out and show people, give people a general idea about how the total power battle ends up working. And hopefully I was able to do that with this event. There's also some boosted units as well for this. We have Droid Angie, Base Double Cross, Iris Another, Third Armor X, X4 Sigma, Grab Pulse, and the Base X for the additional damage stealth. So these will help you in your boss fights, and maybe in the suppression battles as well. All right, I think that will just about wrap up the coverage for this event. Now, depending on what mode you're in, you're going to want to use some different characters, because different characters will be, will be better in different modes. For example, in Expedition Battle, characters with high burst damage like Super Base will be really, really good. But the problem with that is Super Base is also pretty good for race mode as well. So you're gonna have to pick and choose where you want to put a character. For the Lightning Battle or race mode, characters that are good for race mode are good there too. Things like Airbuster. You could probably get away with Howling Storm as well as a weapon for that. And Roll EXE, I think, is a good one, as well, as she has a constant speed buff as long as you're above 75% HP or below 50% HP. And if you're in race mode, you might just be running just headfirst into damage, so you'll probably be within 1 or 2 thresholds. But Roll also has a lot of healing in her kit as well. As for the Suppression Battle, characters that can deal, AoE damage pretty quickly are decent for that. I actually like using, on my Taiwan account, like using Second Armor X with his DNA, because every time you connect a charge shot, you get access, you get a lot of armor charge, and you could just start to kind of spam your Giga Crush attack, which is quite nice there. Other units that might be useful for that, off the top of my head, like I said, just units that have AoE potential. Also, I think Rico and Eco can do pretty well for this alongside those two, just because they can just set out their windows and just constantly spam out attacks through you. That way they both have the analyzer walls as well, so those will be helpful in taking out large amounts of enemies fairly quickly. I guess you can also use Furham, as well as her Crimson Shadow will allow you to just kind of just like run into enemies while you're while you're just darting around the stage. So that can be pretty useful alongside that. And that will be it for this video. Hopefully this video help you guys out in understanding the mechanics of the Total Power Battle. This event will be up for about a week, so do the best you can, try to get your rewards. At the very least, I would just suggest trying to get up to you don't have to get the full 250,000, but just try to get as high as you can in these. I would say at least 100,000, just because that's where the EMs stop. If you can't get too much higher than that on your runs, as there are some pretty nice things afterwards, like the memories and the character patches, but you don't need to run yourself ragged trying to get these. But anyway, real quick before I go to end off this video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my YouTube channel members and my patrons for continuing to support me, allowing me to do what I do. If you'd like to support me as a YouTube channel member or as a patron, put the information down below in the video description. Good luck to all of you running this event, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.